Hello, friend. I'm not going to take you on my morning walk with me this morning, but I am going to bring you along while I clean. I have exchanged my morning walk this morning for cleaning because I really need to get some cleaning done. I am behind on my cleaning. And anyways, I know this is such a weird way to do like a podcast or an audio journal, but whatever. Okay, so this morning, the topic is I was talking to a friend about this morning who is feeling really frustrated, and I was just trying to give her some encouragement on this certain place in this mind-body recovery journey. I feel like a lot of people go through this. I have been there. I continue to go back to this place, and I have to make sure I bring my adult self with me that can reason and keep that little part of me that is, just thinking small, keep her in check, we'll just say. But I wanted to actually share this here as well, because I think this is something a lot of people go through. I know that in my little circle of recovery friends along the years, and also all the like recovery interviews I've, listened to and all that, this seems like a really common experience. And it is the experience of feeling so frustrated that this thing isn't going faster. You're not healed faster. It can bring a lot of doubt, like, is this even working? Should I keep going? It can make you give up, really. And I was hearing from my friend this morning that, all these other people in this recovery space were talking about how they started experiencing noticeable changes in 2 months. And I've been through this before. I've went through this phase. Like I said, I think it's really common. I've went through this phase this time around, as I've said in a lot of my episodes, that I've been through this twice. This is the second time. And yeah, she's like, it's been 2 months and I'm not seeing anything. So basically kind of considering quitting. And I'm like, okay, you know what? Let me give you a pep talk. Let me give you some encouragement, sister, because this is that program talking. And I want to share that here as well. So whether it's 2 months or whether it's a year, or like, even if you've been like, I've been on this journey almost 3 years now. And I'm going to talk about this because it's really frustrating. But like, I have to look at it myself personally as, it's just like with anything else in life. It's like if you go and plant a seed in the ground, there's going to be a period of time between when you plant the seed and when the seed actually comes up. And you could easily look at the dirt and you could be watering it and just be like, give up and say, well, nothing's happening, so I'm not going to keep going. And if you just quit, you're never going to see that seed come up and blossom because you don't have enough patience. You don't give it the due time that it needs. And also there's a time when the seed comes up and you got to keep watering, and you're not going to see any fruit until the time's right. And I feel like with this thing, I've had to be really practical with myself. And I've said this before, I am changing years and years, a lifetime of habits. If I gave myself such a short amount of time to get it right, it would be really doing myself a major disservice. And I feel like that would be a lot of pressure on myself. I don't feel like that would be fair to myself. That would be really, honestly mean to only give myself just a few months to figure it out. That in and of itself would be detrimental because there would be so much pressure. And it's like, it takes time to learn things. Like, I got to give myself the time and space to learn at a pace that feels good for me, not somebody else. Maybe somebody else can learn all this stuff in 2 months. I can't. This stuff goes deep. I'm going to need some time. I'm going to need to give myself some patience. I'm going to need to continue watering. I need to continue pouring into myself, even when it seems like nothing's happening. I think a really important part of this is just believing in yourself and having confidence in yourself and trusting yourself that you can figure it out and that you can do it and that you're going to get it. But just giving up on yourself that fast, I wouldn't be able to get any kind of real results. So, I mean, I would say, as with anything, when you're learning to ride a bike or you're getting a college degree or whatever it is, it's going to take time and patience, and you need to give yourself the room to figure it out. And I wouldn't give up on it so quickly if it were me. I'm in this already 3 years. This week is going to be my 3-year anniversary, and it's taking way longer than last time, and it's really frustrating. There is a part of me that legitimately is annoyed, and there's that part of me that wants to rush the process and is really frustrated because it's not happening at the same amount of time that it did last time. And I have to constantly remind myself, like, you were talking about a 32-year-old woman who didn't have a child who passed away, you know, and things are different now. You're older, and like, I have to try to not compare myself to that person or anybody else. And when that thought comes up, I just have to kind of nurture it and see it for what it is. It's a part of me that needs healed. It is the very part of me that needs healed in all this. It's the very part of me that needs this work, which is, I need to not be putting so much pressure on myself and comparing myself and being mad when it's not working. Just giving up on myself. That is the very part that needs healed. And I need to develop the adult part of me that sees beyond that can nurture and help regulate and help calm that part that just feels like we're never going to get out of this. Like, what I've come to in my experience, this is how I see it, and this is just my own personal observations as I go through this. It's like there is this very immature part of me that just kind of got stuck. It is in the driver's seat. It is operating everything. It's this very hurt, immature part that doesn't know how to cope with life, really. It's like stuck at this really young age. And it's had to take over for whatever reason. It's had to take over. There's no stable parent in the freaking house called my body, my brain, that is mature and can help soothe that child. I guess this goes into parts work. And she's just running the show, and she's just living off fear like a scared little child, afraid of like a monster in the closet. And part of my job is to develop that adult. I feel like that is the brain retraining. It's like you have to exercise those neural pathways. You have to be willing to see a bigger picture of this and not continuously get pulled into that little self that's afraid of everything. And I know you might say, like, well, then no, this isn't all fear, but I don't know. For me, that's what it all comes down to. You can reason however you want. You can really attach to the medical labels or whatever, but at the end of the day, it is a body that is in shutdown mode. Why is it in shutdown mode? Because it's afraid. Why is it afraid? I don't know. We're going to go back and like undo all that stuff. I don't even think we need to undo it. I think we need to just realize there's this little young part. It's like we never matured. It's like our growth got stunted. And we have to go and help her. We have to go back. We have to help her. And we have to become that can sit there in a bed feeling completely awful and not give in to those scared thoughts. It can be an anchor in the storm, and that takes practice, and that takes time. It's like when you grow up, you hit your milestones when you hit them. You become a teenager, then you become an adult, then you get a house, and you get married, and you so we have to give ourselves the time and the environment and the space to mature and to have that experience that we never got. It's like our body, we're this little person trying to navigate an adult world, and we don't know how. So that's how I see it. I guess this is all just to say, I would take that pressure. I think just that pressure alone can keep you stuck in this thing. And I would say just relax. Just know that this is about learning to love yourself as you are. It's about learning to be that loving parent to that frantic child that's stuck and scared. She's stuck in a corner, afraid. And we have to go to her and we have to help her. And it's a lifelong process. Like, we can't be trying to get away from her. That's exactly what she doesn't need, is for us to be trying to heal her and get rid of her. Like, that's the last thing she needs. She doesn't need that. She needs to be where she is, and she needs a gentle hand to come and guide her along. That's my experience. I know that sounds like super cheesy and cliche, and no, it doesn't address the physical, but I don't know. And I guess this is where spirituality comes in, is it's like, I feel like, this is my experience, is the body does whatever. You're the captain of the ship. If you are letting that little person drive the ship, you're going to end up where you're going to end up. Your body is going to be out of control. So I don't know. And I know that that's not scientifically proven or whatever. Maybe it is. I don't know. But where our minds go, our bodies go. And it takes time to turn that ship around. So I don't know. I mean, I think overthinking all this and worrying about is it this, is it not that, and just getting so much about in our heads, that is it. Like, that is it. We got to get out of that overthinking space, and that is what this is all about. That's why we have been drawn, I feel, to the mind-body medicine community and space, is because we got to stop doing that. That's part of the problem. So I would say just the fact that you're sitting there overthinking it and sitting there worrying about it, like, that's a sign, I feel like, that you do need to do the work. And I mean, I'm not anyone to preach or condemn or anything, because I'm in the same boat. I think the difference is that I do recognize that, and I know what I need to do, and I know I'm in the right spot, because I know that I can see through the program, because I've been through this and I've gotten on the other side, and I can better see. It's like an astronaut that makes it to space. It's like you can see the world from a different perspective now. Now you know more about the world because you've gotten the chance to see it from a different perspective. And for me, it's like this, I know you're like really unsure. That's the program. Right there. That is the program. You're in the right spot. It's the program. You get so like sucked into the program and identified with it that you can't see out of it, and you can't see that it is trying to keep you in it by having you hash this out over and over and over and over again. Like, you've got to step out of that, and you've got to trust. You've got to trust that this is the way out. As long as you're listening to your own brain, you're never going to get out of it. You're going to stay stuck in it because it wants you to stay stuck. That is the protective mechanism. Our bodies, just because we want to heal does not mean our bodies want to heal. They will do all kinds of crazy stuff to keep us stuck, because that means safety. That means we are at least safe. We can control this little environment that we're in. Even though we're miserable, it makes sense to the subconscious. We might not be thriving, but we're surviving, and that's all that matters. So we cannot listen to that brain. It will, as long as you're listening to it, you're going to end up exactly where you are. It is in control. It is running the show. You have to do something radically different. You have to be super brave and do something so radically different. And yes, we have to gently urge that subconscious, the scared little child. We have to gently encourage it to come along, because we can't go there without it. It's got to be part of the experience. But we cannot let it run the show anymore. We have to recognize it. We have to see it for what it is. And we have to practice. We have to practice being in control of that. We have to this is why I love Christian rewiring, because it plays no victim. It is like, I am in control. I have the authority. I have the power. I am not going to let this thing dictate my life. I'm not going to. And it gives you all the tools to not have that happen. And I think you just have to be, again, I'm going to say it again, like you have to be so open-minded on this journey. You have to be so open-minded. Like, this is what I've come to. I obviously don't know what the hell I'm doing. I don't. If I did, I would not be in this position. So I have to trust something bigger and do something totally different and just see how it goes. I cannot keep doing the same thing. That is the definition of insanity. So whatever I do, even if it doesn't work out, at least I'm exercising my ability to try something different. And that is golden. That is life-saving. Just developing the ability to try things and experience failure and see that I can overcome it and that I can find a new direction. I can figure it out. Like reclaiming that self-confidence is vital. So anyway, that's all I have to say today.